I'm making a Sicilian tuna and white bean salad today. This is going to be one of the easiest salads you'll ever make. All you're going to do is have to prepare some red onion and a little bit of fresh basil. All the rest come from cans and jars. It's extremely nutritious, simple to make, and keeps in your fridge for a couple of days. Please enjoy the video. You'll find the ingredients listed below in the description box and the full recipe at My Italian Kitchen by Chef Diane Mantica on Facebook. Have a great day and ciao. I'm starting out with my red onion. This is a salad onion, although on my trips to Italy, as I've mentioned in other videos, I do see the Italians cook with this when they make their sauces and do other savory foods. But if you don't want to do this onion and keep it really easy, you can just buy some scallions and chop those up, and they'll be perfect in this salad. Once you get your onion peeled, you're always going to want to cut it down into the North Pole. Doesn't matter which side it's on. So I didn't cut all the way and I left the end intact. And now I'll turn my onion around and I can cut a nice little dice. Get yourself a jar of roasted red peppers. I use all different brands. They're usually packed in water. I'm going to use about 3/4 of a cup of these peppers. So I'm going to chop these down to get them smaller. You want them to be about 1/2 inch, or they could be a little bit smaller. I have some white cannellini beans. These are actually a white kidney bean that they eat in Italy a lot. They usually have this in Tuscany. I grew up with chickpeas, but this is a great bean. It's really creamy and has a wonderful feel when you eat this. Always drain and rinse your beans. A lot of times they'll have some residual liquid that's a little bit too heavy in the can. You could also add chickpeas to this dish if you didn't want to use white beans. So let's just add them to that bowl. See how easy this is? So I've got some capers here. These are really easy to find, and you can purchase these in most major grocery stores. So I've drained my capers, and in some recipes they tell you to rinse them also, but I do like a little bit of that briny flavor in this tuna salad. So here we go with anywhere between, say, 2 to 3 tablespoons. And I'm just about going to make it. It's okay if it's a little less or a little bit more. So here's our can of Italian tuna. This is in extra virgin olive oil, and it's with a little bit of sea salt. You can buy more expensive versions of this in a glass jar that end up costing $8 or $9 or sometimes $10, but I find these brands are really great. I'm going to take the oil out, and we're going to use this as part of our dressing later. I just want to get the tuna out and break it up into the salad. We'll also add some more extra virgin olive oil if it's necessary, and it probably will be. This can came in at about 5 ounces. You can sometimes find the cans a little bit less or a little bit more, but make sure you get this size can at least for this salad. This will have way more flavor than white tuna. So I'm just going to break it up a little bit. You can use your fork or your fingers. I have some fresh picked basil, and I'm going to rough chop this. I don't have to have it really minced fine, but I do want it to travel throughout the salad. Before I dress it, I really want to stir everything together. Look at how gorgeous this is. This could be a main dish salad, this could be for your dinner, and definitely for your lunch. And it carries really well if you keep it cold and refrigerated on any kind of a little trip or to the beach. So let's dress this salad now. It's ready to go. I'm going to put the olive oil that was packed with the tuna back into it. You don't want to waste this, and make sure that it's packed in extra virgin olive oil so you get the great flavor. I'm also going to use a really nice red wine vinegar. I get asked a lot why I don't use balsamic in everything. Well, sometimes you need the red wine vinegar for the flavor balance. It really pops out. It's something that I grew up with anyway, so I really love it. And I think it's a little underappreciated. So let's get 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar in our salad. And once again, when you're cooking, you really have to taste something at the end and see if it needs something more. Now I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, even though I used the tuna oil in here. And I think I'm going to go for about 2 tablespoons. So now you want to take some black pepper. You know I love black cracked pepper. I think it makes all the difference in the world in the flavor. The boxed pepper really doesn't have that punch. And put that on. And I'm going to hesitate on the salt right now. I want to taste this because the capers are salty and there's a little bit of salt in the tuna. So let's see what happens after I taste this. Also, the vinegar is going to really give it a lot of pop. Isn't that beautiful? So let's give this a taste and see if it needs any salt. It's great. I do think I'm going to add just a touch of salt to it though. Now I'm going to retaste and see what I think. That really did it. That really made all of the flavors pop out. So in your recipe, I tell you to put this on a bed of baby arugula if you would like. I really love the peppery flavor of arugula. It's really quite a contrast and a whole different flavor than the tuna salad. But if you love baby greens or baby spinach, they would be wonderful too. So grab a big handful and pop it on that plate of yours and add your tuna on top. Let's try this out. The combination of those capers and the roasted peppers and that nice flavor of the tuna that's packed in olive oil and that red wine vinegar really comes through. This is just wonderful. You gotta make this. It was great to share this beautiful recipe with you today. I hope to see you again soon. Please stay tuned for other wonderful Italian recipes.